It's another Monday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Miriam Longe, and with me are my beautiful co-hosts. Hi, BC. Oh my,
Hi.
You're in the party mood.
Yes, I am. We hung out yesterday, so
Okay, how was your
over.
weekend?
Yeah, my weekend was good. We hadn't seen my parents-in-law for a bit since we got back. So we had to go visit them. I had to wake up by 4 a.m. to make sure I made jollof rice. I brought out my clay pots. The smoky. My kids were having second helping. Fried rice and everything. Then we took it to church, finished church, went to their pastors. Went to their place. We stayed all afternoon there and then headed back. I was just about to have a nap and rest. This girl buzzed me. We were supposed to hang out somewhere now. So we had a guest who came on the show and invited us for a comedy laugh up. It was mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And then I got home and got ready for work, and here I am.
I like that the phone has spilled into today.
It has.
And you, you're looking
fresh,
lovely
the freshest.
in orange.
Honestly. Thank you so much. Like yesterday, I laughed so hard. Like it was, I didn't know that a one-man show can be, comedy show can be this interesting, really interesting. Saturday, some friends of mine were supposed to host me. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it, and I feel so bad.
What were you up to?
And I hope that the things that there's this bread that I like, the brioche bread that they bring for me from the UK. They bought it for me, and they now call me that some people have started eating it. So I'm so pained because I'm so
punishment for not showing.
I'm telling you, I have to call them today to make sure that I apologize. Like it was beyond my control. I couldn't just make it on Saturday, and I was looking forward to it. And it's so sad when people take their time to prep for you and plan for you and you don't show up. So I really apologize. I'll make it up.
But you obviously had fun with BC.
Yesterday. Yes.
Was he for an hour? He stood the comedian. He stood for like
an hour.
Are you serious?
He studied theatre, so I had that theatre experience. Then comedy. No, the guy is so brilliant.
And you can always tell there's a difference for those who are proper thespians who study theatre.
Difference.
It's really nice.
Hello, Ramatu.
Yeah, it was a filled weekend, actually. Mixed feelings because my nephew had to go back. So everybody was a bit moody, so because school has resumed and all. And then, of course, we started shopping for school because the kids will soon resume. They're resuming on Saturday. This goes
so
out.
my children that have
Let me
resumed
even
school.
hail. So this period now, everybody is just frowning their faces because, of course, they're going to pay school fees. This holiday was
Why is everybody that are frowning?
We know them. They know themselves. The guy, the men.
They just frowning their faces. They not train them.
Hold on.
Excuse
But let's feel for them. Let's feel for them.
We'll pray for
them.
Pray for them.
For
and we pray that God will continue to increase you people, continue to help you because this school fees week. And the holidays just started, and all of a sudden it went by quickly. Have you noticed?
No,
I was happy to send them off.
It went by quickly to me. So school fees week, everybody.
You're right. We pray for everybody that's paying.
That's paying school.
It will be easy
the men,
for us
the
all.
women, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank God.
For me, today is a very special Monday. My son has turned 14. My darling Enai Longer is 14 years old. Can you imagine 14 years ago? I was, I had him about 8 a.m., but I was already in labor, about this time. I was just thinking, and it was in Jos, and there was it was also the time where there was a bit of unrest. So I remember I had to leave the house really late. Really late. I think about 2 a.m. was when I started feeling, a bit uncomfortable. And my mom was like, let's just go. And I remember the police checkpoints, or the military checkpoints, like, where are you going? Like, she's about to. I just felt like Mary and Joseph about to go to the manger, looking for a manger. But here we are 40 years later. God is good. I am so proud of that little boy. I am seeing growth. God is amazing. Sometimes we think we're the ones that made these children, but He just gives us as a gift. So yes, happy birthday, my darling.
Happy birthday.
So now let's go on a short break. We'll be right back to look at the papers.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. And now we're going to review the front pages of the papers. We'll start with The Nation. Troops hit terrorists in nationwide crackdown is a major headline. Bandits commander, others killed. Woman terror suspect arrested, victims rescued. And then no need for strike during talks. Education minister tells ASU. Cardoso, why CBN will sustain monetary tightening policy. At bottom strip, we've got INEC's recognition of Gabam-led ESCO throws SDP into confusion. Why Lagos, Abuja, top destinations for FDI. Naira rallies on sustained forex growth. Reserves hit $41.5 billion. United Airlines acquires 6 Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Blackout enters 2 weeks in parts of Benin. That's not a good story. And then finally, we have new customs duty exemption rate takes off and minister to meet Nupeng others.
So I
What
have
we
the
starting with?
major headline. Yeah. So troops at the weekend swooped on terrorists, bandits, and other criminal elements across the country, killing many and seizing arms and ammunition. The raids took place between end of last week and yesterday, and they said it dealt a serious blow on insurgents. Then the army spokesman, Lieutenant Sir Colonel Apollonia Anele, and brigadier spokesperson gave account of how the criminals were neutralized in Northwest, Northeast, and North Central. Members of the Eastern Security Network, that's the ESN, in the Southeast also suffered huge losses. In the South-South, all thieves got a dose of the military firepower. In the Southwest, suspected armed robbers, kidnappers, and drug dealers got a raw deal. Now, for the Northeast, they said during the sustained week-long crackdown, Army Lieutenant Colonel Anele said troops rescued many kidnapped victims, recovered assorted firearms, ammunition, and seized illicit substances. According to her, in the Northeast, they said troops of 117 Task Force Battalion supported by Civilian Joint Task Force and Vigilante engaged terrorists at Yimumuze in Chibok local government area of Borno State, neutralizing one and seized an AK-47 rifle magazine, 24 rounds of ammunition inside. She said troops of 159 Battalion in Gaydam local government eliminated another terrorist, recovering additional weapons. In Gwoza Council, they said troops of 192 Battalion with hybrid force repelled and ambushed by ISWAP JAS fighters around Kwatara Kasa village, killing one terrorist, while others fled, toward the Mandara Mountains. They also said operatives of 115 Task Force Battalion in Adamawa arrested 8 suspected cattle rustlers, recovering locally made weapons and mobile phones. They went ahead to just give a list of what the troops have done so far, the people they have released from, kidnappers, den, and all of that. So this is a good one. I just hope they continue and they don't relent. So what I see is they push, and then they pause. And in that pause, a lot of things, those people are going back, they are getting more
ammunition. Is it really a pause? It's just that
know.
Sometimes when there's a counterattack from the insurgent,
it
just seems like there's a pause.
Okay. So blackout in parts of Benin City, Edo State capital, has entered the second week. Street lights, government buildings, Edo NUJ Secretariat, and other subscribers to Usi Omo Power have been in darkness since September 1st. The blackout was occasioned by the shutdown of Usioma Power Plant, and this is due to ownership tussle between Usioma Power and its Chinese partners, which are the Jiangsu Communication Clean Energy Technology. So Usiomo Power Plant is a 95 megawatt power frame that is gas-fired, and it was completed in 2020. The ownership tussle began when the Chinese company attempted to take over ownership of the frame. But the Director General of Edo State Electrification Agency, Mr. Ebwadon, said that the state government had no knowledge or involvement in the decision to shut down Usiomo Power Plants. He said plants were on for the state government to switch back to Benin Electricity Distribution PLC. So we hope that they settle their tussle quickly, so that, because it's not easy for entrepreneurs or business people to be with it. 2 weeks is a long time. And then with this fuel scarcity that is looming now, I just wonder.
I mean, that combination is not good.
It's not good at all.
Okay, so I have the story on ASU. The minister is saying no need for strike during talks. He said this, that all is being done to keep tertiary institutions running, According to him, he said a holistic negotiation with various unions is ongoing and it's needless going on strike during the talks. He said the government was making concerted efforts to meet the demands of the unions to prevent disruption in academic activities. And he also insisted that government will not rush into any agreement that has not been properly negotiated. And he is now he pleaded with the unions to be patient as government makes attempts to address the various issues that they have. But meanwhile, you know, on the 14th of August, the ASU and the ASUP, that's Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics and Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, have issued strike notices over unmet demands. They have been saying that they're going to go on strike, and even went ahead to say they will proceed on strike after 21 days over unresolved issues.
Oh my goodness.
But now they are saying that the ultimatum expired last night. So they are still saying that they are still going to go on strike.
Please, no strike. We're tired of strikes.
I have a lot of
Let's
people
go
who
on.
have not graduated.
Thank you. Let's go on to the next paper, The Punch. Major headline, Union insists on strike. Meets federal government others today. Labour Minister begs union to shelve industrial action. Marketers vow to shut filling stations. Back Nupeng. Natasha to resume Senate after London trip. Naira strengthens to 1,514 per dollar, nears 5-month high. And we have Accountant General plots to preempt Supreme Court, set to pay Osun local government funds to court-sacked APC chairman, councillors. Nolge cries out. And we have lending rates may fall as inflation eases. That's according to CBN. What do we have here?
We have the let me take the Nupeng. So the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers on Sunday declared that it will embark on strike beginning from today, that's Monday, despite the intervention of the federal government to address the grievances of the union. So Nupeng President William Akboreha confirmed that the federal government had reached out to the union on the need to avert the strike. He, however, insisted that the industrial action would go ahead pending the outcome of the meeting they're going to be having today. So the union had on Friday announced that it will begin an industrial action September 8th. That's today, a development that could lead to fuel scarcity. And they said the decision stemmed from the Dangote Petroleum Refinery plan to import 4,000 compressed natural gas powered trucks for a direct fuel distribution to retailers. We've taken that part of the story some time ago. It says, although the scheme earlier scheduled to begin on August 15 was delayed by logistic challenges in China, the refinery said it would kick off once a substantial number of the trucks arrived. But in a statement jointly signed by Akboreha and the General Secretary, that's Folabi Olawale, on Friday, Nupeng now accused Dangote Refinery of anti-labor practices that threaten the livelihood of members of its petroleum tankers drivers branch. They lamented that the refinery owner, that's Aliko Dangote, had insisted that new drivers for the imported trucks will not be allowed to join any union whatsoever. Yes. So they went ahead to describe the decision as an affront to freedom of association guaranteed under the 1999 Constitution and a breach of international labor conventions to which Nigeria is signatory. So that's one of the reasons they are still going to embark on the so-called strike, because
really strike to
deal with that, saying that
exactly.
his people will not join. But I think he doesn't have a right to do that. Every worker should join a union. At least it's under the law in our constitution.
Yes, but I don't think he needs a strike. What I'm saying, I don't think he needs a strike.
They could find a way to resolve
But
it.
let's go on a short break. We'll be right back to continue the review of the papers.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
The future of energy is here and is made in Nigeria. The Rural Electrification Agency, REA, invites you to the Nigerian Renewable Energy Innovation Forum, a dynamic event championing local content, local manufacturing, and the federal government.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person waiting for street. That's why we introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere so Bobo.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be what's up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
About wahala.
now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you're right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thank you for staying with us. We're continuing with the review of the papers. We're already looking at Punch. Yes. I have a story I'd like to quickly take, and that is Natasha. So it's good news. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, who represents Kogi Central, will return to the National Assembly later this month after completing her 6-month suspension. Her lawyer has confirmed. He disclosed that the senator was on vacation in London, but had already made plans to resume plenary alongside her colleagues when Senate reconvenes September 23rd. They said she's ready to resume her term. Everything is in place and the 6 months have expired. The only thing left is for her to resume. And then they said that the lawyer says that the Senate leadership was not expected to obstruct her return. We have been told that even the leadership of the Senate is ready to welcome her. So that's the situation at the moment. There's no obstacle at all, he has been assured. Okay. So we'll watch it September 23rd.
We're here for it. This is supposed to be good news, but I don't know. The Naira traded near a 5-month high at 1,514 Naira 86 kobo against the dollar on the official window at the close of last week. This is according to the data from the Central Bank of Nigeria. This indicates a strong start to September. I don't know about that. For the domestic currency, which started the month at 1,526 Naira 0.9 kobo per dollar against the dollar before closing at 1,514 naira 56 kobo against the dollar on Thursday at the Nigerian Foreign Exchange Market. The naira had last strengthened below 1,515 mark on March 6th when it closed trading at 1,512 on the Nigerian Foreign Exchange Market. At the parallel market, it also appreciated, rising to 1,538 naira against the dollar, a 0.02% strengthening.
Wow.
We expect it to, I want to be hearing 20.00.
The dollar should be like at 200 naira. Okay, so I have a story on the lending rates, saying that the lending rates may fall as inflation eases, says the CBN governor. He said the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Kaduso, has hinted the lending rates may decline in the coming months as inflation continues to ease, raising hopes for improved access to credit and stronger investment flows. He said he gave this assurance during a fireside chat at the European Business Chamber on Saturday. He said the headline inflation, though still high, has begun to slow down, creating the possibility of lower lending rates once price stability is further consolidated. He said, and I quote, that the environment in which stronger corporate lending and higher levels of investment will naturally follow. And this is a very good gist for business owners. He's saying that very soon they'll be able to borrow money at a very, very reduced interest rate.
1%.
So we're waiting that 1%. Are you sure it's feasible?
Okay, let's go on to the next paper, Daily Sun. Yeah. Major headline 2027. Jonathan presses on with election plans. Then we have federal government pleads as Nupeng, Ipman, others halt operations today over rift with Dangote refinery. No retreat till federal government reviews 70,000 minimum wage, says NLC, vows to mount more pressure. Cross River secures host rights for Intra-African Trade Fair 2026. Amazing. United Nigeria Airlines sails B737-800 deal with Southwest Airlines. Kudos, knock trail ban on extravagant graduation parties in basic schools. And finally, 2027, Ezekwesili, Utomi, Falana, Agbakoba, others plan national dialogue on electoral reforms. Who has what?
Yes, so the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, has vowed to intensify pressure on the federal government to review 70,000 naira minimum wage, insisting that the current rate had been overtaken by economic realities. A top official told Daily Sun that some governments, such as Imo and Ebonyi, approving higher wages for workers, shows that the federal government has no excuse to keep paying 70,000 naira. Some governors have begun to acknowledge our demands, and they realize that they cannot run a successful economy when the income of the people is low. They said Lagos was paying its 5,000 naira as the highest, but Imo and Ebonyi had gone far above that, proposing to pay over 100,000 naira. That is to say that they identify with what NLC has been saying. Now, the federal government can no longer hide under the excuse of fiscal austerity. If the governments are doing it, then the federal, that's if the state governments are doing it, then the federal government should be able to do it, according to the NLC. So the labor leader went ahead to explain that the 70,000 naira minimum wage was agreed last year on the condition that it was tied to government's promise of not increasing, what's it called, fuel. Yes. So they initially had proposed 250,000, but government said no. If we give them 250,000, that means we are going to increase fuel. And because of all the economic realities, if you check the increment of fuel and how it's going to trickle down on every other aspect, they decided to say, okay, let us agree with the 70,000. They said, but government now betrayed them. After the 70,000, fuel was still increased, so it doesn't make sense anymore. They are asking that they review the 70,000 and take it up. People can no longer survive with 70,000 naira. And I honestly agree with them.
Betrayal.
Okay, let's go on.
Okay, so Cross River State, this is great news, has secured the hosting rights for the Intra-African Trade Fair IATF 2026, positioning Calabar as the next continental hub for trade, culture and investment. The announcement was formalized in Algeria, where Governor Basti Edet Utu signed the hosting rights during the 5th sub-sovereign business engagement on the sidelines of the IATF 2025. Governor Otsu described the development as a milestone, not only for Cross River State, but also for Nigeria and Africa at large. This is a profound honor for our state and a defining moment for Africa's sub-sovereign governments. He said Cross River will rise to this great feat and that they are ready to lead Africa into a new era of trade and cooperation. He also praised the vision of Afrexim Bank in supporting intra-African trade and particularly the creative industries, which he called Africa's new gold mine. I'm happy and I hope to be there next year. This gladdens my heart.
Oh, wow. That's interesting to find. Haja.
Okay, so yes, I have the story of the United Nigeria Airlines. They said they sealed 737-800 deal with Southwest Airlines. They said the Nigerian Airlines signed a historic aircraft sales and purchase agreement with the Southwest Airlines, the world's largest operator of Boeing 737, for the delivery of 6 Boeing 737 aircraft within the year. They said this will bring the total aircraft to 10 new aircraft scheduled for induction between the first quarter of 2026 and the first quarter of 2027. They said, they said the Skyworks Holding, a leading provider of the aircraft lease origination and comprehensive lease management service, facilitated the agreement, ensuring the transaction aligns with the global industry standards. And they are saying that the chairman, that is Obiora Okonkwo, said the new fleet will enable the airline to operate additional flights across approved domestic, regional and international routes, increase passenger and cargo capacity at competitive fares, and provide more efficient point-to-point travel. This is a very fares. Competitive fares. Sorry. So this is a very good. This is a very good development for Nigeria.
Well, let's go on to the next paper, Vanguard. A major headline here is Dangote Nupeng face-off. Federal government moves to avert nationwide strike. Interest rates, manufacturers look beyond banks for survival. Local government funds, Osun Norge warns OAGF. CBN over plot to preempt Supreme Court. We have United Nations Atiku Obi Ndume rage over killing of 63 in Borno, demand probe. Then we have how we turned deficits to big balance sheets and Najamo Isire, that's DD Microfinance Bank. And at the very top, NLC, federal government workers demand minimum wage review, which we've taken already. Who has the UN article be Ndume rage over killing of 63 in Borno?
I have it.
Okay, are you ready for that? If you're not ready, is there any other?
Okay, so they said the fresh Boko Haram attacks in Borno State have left no fewer than 63 people dead. They say 5 soldiers, 58 civilians, and about 2 other people. They said that the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, and the Senator Mohammed Ali have said that they should probe into this. They said all 4 have demanded urgent government action to halt the country's worsening security crisis in the country. They said this attack occurred on Friday, and they targeted the Rajamal community in Bama local government area in local government area in Darajamal in Darajamal, that's Borno State. And they are saying that that the insurgents, they stormed and resettled the community. It came in the night and then they fired on, and even also the soldiers were firing back. But they were still able to. They still killed a lot of them. They said they set ablaze 20 houses on fire, and also where they stored their food too. They set all of that too on fire. So they're just saying that the government should do more, should do something about it, and even the UN people.
So that's what I was saying earlier. We read the good news, but then there's always bad news side by side.
They're so emboldened.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we have time?
We have. Do you have one?
No, not in.
Okay. Let me just quickly read the Tribune.
Okay.
Nigeria exempts goods valued at $300 from customs port duty. Afrexim Bank (BOA) seal $1 billion deal to support Nigerian farmers SMEs. Major headline: Nupeng adamant as federal government calls for talks, urges truce, which you've taken already. Nigeria in grip of full-blown security emergency, says Obi. Atiku decries Borno Boko Haram killing, which you've taken. Health section: artificial sweetness, age brain 62% faster.
That's
Unfortunately, that's all we can take in the papers this morning. Let's go on another short break, and we'll be right back to discuss our hot topics.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Nah, money point.
Money points, thank you.
Custom.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person where they for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So, Bobo. It a joke for this time.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh. Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
How do I holla?
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Thank you for staying with us. Today's topic it's actually a topic that surprised me, but let's go ahead. So, how many women can boldly drop not just a famous maiden name, but one that is a household brand in Nigeria, Africa, and even globally? That's exactly what Temi actress, fashion icon, and daughter of billionaire Femi Otedola has done. Social media went into overdrive when Temi officially changed her surname to Ajibade on Instagram, fully embracing the name of her husband, the Afrobeat star Mr. Easy. And let's not forget the spectacle of their wedding journey, a glamorous Yoruba traditional wedding in Dubai, a lavish celebration in Monaco, and an intimate church ceremony in Iceland. But beyond the glitz and luxury, it's Temi's surname switch that has set tongues wagging, and that has shocked me as well. So here's the burning question. By dropping Otedola, a name tied to wealth, influence, and legacy, did Temi make the ultimate love statement, or did she step backward in the fight for women's autonomy? I would love for you to join this conversation and call us on 0201-635-2013 or 090-241-63440. And remember, you can tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. Ladies, I promise you, this conversation shocks me. Like, I was just blown away by all the beauty, the luxury, the travel,
dresses,
the fashion, the style. And
planned it well.
I was shocked when all of a sudden, the only thing what overpowered everything was just, oh, she changed her name to Ajibade on Instagram. That's on Instagram. Yeah. And I'm shocked by this. Were you as shocked as I was, or was this something you expected to hear?
I wasn't shocked, but I know how people, or why people were shocked.
Okay.
You know, we're in a climb where wealth is everything. Once you have money, that sorts it. You are made for life. Everybody wants to attach to a name that has made it. Imagine if Dangote comes now and says he wants to adopt me. I will throw away all the names that got my body. Adopt me.
Only adopt.
Adoption. I didn't say marriage. I said adoption. I will throw away all the names that got me and follow him. So that's how we are, majority of us, right? So it was expected that because her name or her father's name was bigger, which was a form of her identity, you know, she would want to hold on to that name because of the doors that it will open for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
But this is a young lady who has made a decision. She looks so in love. And I'm sure some of her aunties will be doing, like, don't drop your father's name, don't, you know, the family will come from her name. And she said, I'm married, I'm going. So when people were, you know, screaming, they're screaming from where they are. They are not in her shoes. They don't know why she's choosing to do that. You know, I always tell people that women don't have identity. We only can try, but we really don't have identity.
Yeah.
As you are growing, is your father's name. You are known by me now. My father's name was my family father's. That's my maiden name was EJ. I was known by EJ. You know, good. When I now got married, I entered Ugbo. I'm known by Ugbo. There's no me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. There's no my name. It's either his father's name or husband's name, right? There's no name that just sets me apart as a human being. This is my name. We don't have that. We don't have the luxury of that.
Ironically, BC, especially with you, you have a name. That BC name is so you. It's not your father's name, it's not your husband's name. It's a name that you have.
I had to start building that
so we
name.
do have an identity.
But you know, if I was not married and they are doing BC everywhere, people do. She's not even married. She's not even successful.
Exactly.
So it's sweet now because the BC has an Ugbo that's backing it up. So she may have looked around to say, okay, how do I break off my father's shadow? I've met a lot of rich men's children who don't want to be known by their fathers. I remember when Charlie Boy came on the show sometime and he said he had to carve out his own niche. He didn't want to be associated with it because his father already had a name. So everybody was looking up to him to surpass that name, to
be like his.
He just had to go the other way. So she may have felt that, this Otedola, I like it. I will use it. It's like a card I'll flip from time to time when I need something. But I want to build a home with my husband. I want this name. Is there anything wrong in that?
I have come back for that, but Amaka, what are your initial thoughts?
So I want to start with a question. Whether her changing her name, does it stop her from being his daughter at all? Right? She's still his daughter, and the whole world, everybody knows that this is Femi Otedola's daughter. That's on one side. And then secondly, did anybody listen to the speech that Dangote made at that wedding as a chairman? So if you're listening to that speech, right, you would understand the undertones of that speech. First off, you can see that both Otedola and Dangote, they have high respect for that young man.
Okay. Yeah.
You can see that he kept hammering on the fact that this guy is such a great entrepreneur, that is successful one at that, with 18 businesses, with businesses in over 18 countries, right? As he's a partner in so many big names. I don't want to mention them here, right? And then Femi Otedola did not just, he wrote a book, he did not just drop from heaven. They did not give birth to him and he was the billionaire.
He worked it.
He worked it. And he has recognized in this young man that this young man is working towards becoming a billionaire, because there was something Dangote said. He said, you know, very soon we're going to take a back step and you guys will be known as the billionaires of your time.
Richest man.
I said, you need to, as the richest man, you need to listen to the undertones there. So that girl taking up that name is heavy.
I mean, for name.
She knows where she's headed. She's the one in that. She's the one there.
What's the?
Do you understand? She's the one there. So, you know, it's so funny how everybody wants to have an opinion about people's life or whatever. It's her life. It's her name. It's her choice. If she wants to change it to Ajibade today, tomorrow she changes it to Otedola. It is her business. Can we just respect people's choices and not use yama talk? I don't know when she became the mantra for feminism and why her name should be changed, name should not be changed. Like, waiting happen. Waiting happen. You know, it's different. Like, let's say now I'm in my 40s, and if I get married in my 40s and I decide to keep my name that everybody already knows me with, that's different. Or I might decide to keep my surname and attach my husband's. It's only a choice. Nobody should. I beg, please. That wedding was too great for this to come and, you know,
want to dampen
it. Honestly, so when I saw the wedding, first of all, I was wowed by the wedding. The classy. That wedding was just a very classy wedding. I loved all her dresses, the pictures, everything was just
on point.
And first of all, I'm going to say, Islamically, we're allowed to keep our names. It's your choice. If you want to keep your father's name, it's fine. If you want to take your husband's name, that's also fine by you, if that's what you want, if that's your choice. But I know where some Nigerians are coming from. They're coming from the fact that, okay, this is we can't all deny the way marriage is right now in Nigeria. You know, the marriage is new, so she can decide. You know, she's in love, so she can decide to say, hey, yes, let me take your name now and all of that. We are not saying that something is going to happen later in the marriage. We are not predicting anything. We hope, we pray that your marriage will be successful and you to stay for a very long time and all. But we are saying that, okay, so what if something happens along the line? Do you know that trying to change back to your father's name takes a long time? And then there is a point in marriage that you get to be like, maybe if something happens and there's going to be a divorce or something, at some point you start getting angry that name is part of your own name. Do you understand? You start getting like, that surname. Why do I even have that surname? You know, you want to remove it. Then you now start going through all the same process. You know, now she's going to do newspaper advert to change her name. She's going to go and do this stress to change the surname to the new surname is stress. Then by the time there's an issue in the marriage and everything, and then she wants to change back, she's going to go through that same process to go back to that name. So that's the point where I think most Nigerians are looking at it from, because, you know, but overall, I don't think there's anything wrong in her getting her husband's name.
Interesting perspective, because you know, truly, what you have mentioned, a lot of women in Nigeria have complained about. But I want to ask, all of a sudden, because this conversation of it's her name, what is it? Everybody should mind their business and everything. But if her father wasn't a billionaire, and let's say the man she was marrying was the billionaire, and she did not change her name, would it have elicited the same drama that we're going, you know, that we're hearing about right now? Would it have been, wouldn't we be saying she should change her name, she should latch on to a bigger name? But all of a sudden we think, Well,
I've told you the driving force. It is money and wealth that is driving us.
Course.
If her father was not rich and the man was rich and the wealthy person that everybody knows, they're not born her well not to not change her name. That time, nobody will say. In fact, during courtship, she has changed name already. Yes, she's already bearing the name already. See the one that happened with our Edo sister that cashed our legend. You know, that changed name before. Because that name was big and huge. She attached
quickly.
See, we don't waste
her own
time.
surname is also big.
See,
Ibune John is a big name.
See, that one, Ibune is a big name in one place.
Side,
this one is a big name globally. So she weighed it, which of the name. But the thing I see here is she has a choice, right? When many of us got married, we didn't know that there was a choice to keep our own maiden name. I didn't have that. I didn't know. I don't know if few people knew, but I didn't know that I could keep my maiden name. Maybe I would have found a way to attach the
hyphenate.
Name. Yeah, hyphenate the name. So I didn't have that choice. I didn't know. All my own is we are married, everything swallows everything, right? And I told myself that even if marriage packs up, I am not dropping any name. Yes, I'm not going through those paper nonsense. Calling Abuja, going to change. Do you know, change my passport, change I cannot do that. This name is my name for the rest of my life. It has attached to the name. Even if I carry my load and go to my father's house, I am BC Ubo. That Ubo is not dropping.
Okay, you know what? I have to come back and you know what you just said made me realize that we now saying that she made a sacrifice for love by dropping her name. But before we continue that conversation, let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Breaking news. The home is under attack by stains, disease-causing germs, and so much more. An all-out war. But not for long, because Hypo is
I'm
here.
Guntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo, where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Bobo.
You dey joke for this side.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we dey give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Compound to a holla.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you right? right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every.
Olishashla Mandela was born into the Madiba clan on 18th July 1918. He got involved in politics in 1942 as he helped to form ANC Youth League. He was married to Evelyn Mays and they had 4 children. Mandela was arrested in a countrywide police swoop on 5th December 1956, which led to the 1956 treason trial. Before the end of the treason trial, he wrote to Prime Minister for vote to include a national convention on a non-racial constitution, and failure to adhere would result to a national strike. In August, he was arrested and charged for leaving the country without a permit and inciting workers to strike. He was convicted and sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. On 9th of October 1963, he was on trial with 10 others for sabotage in what became known as the Revodo trial. On the 11th of June 1964, Mandela and 7 other accused were convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment. He was later released from its gates on Sunday, 11th of February 1990, 9 days after the unbanning of the ANC and the PAC. Nelson Mandela never wavered in his devotion to democracy, equality and learning as he immersed himself in official talks to end white minority rule. In 1991, he was elected ANC president to replace his ailing friend, Oliver Tambo. In 1993, he and President F.W. de Klerk jointly won the Nobel Peace Prize, and on 27 April 1994, he voted for the first time in his life. On 10th May, he was inaugurated as South Africa's first democratically elected president. He, however, stepped down in 1999 after 1 term as president. Despite terrible provocation, he never answered racism with racism. His life is an inspiration to all who were oppressed and deprived, and to all who were opposed to oppression and deprivation. He died at his home in Johannesburg on 5th December 2013.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Bobo.
Gen Z, it a job for this song.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
Come to a holla. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salam Adeniyi. I live in Lagos.
But when you see them, there's nothing to show for it. So why is it the name itself, this Ajibade name could tomorrow, based on what, given the story that we had, the way that Dangote spoke, it looks like these two couples are on their way to global recognition financially. So is it really about how we wear, if we wear our names or the names wear us?
We are supposed to wear our names. Our names are like a label, right? But it's not just about the label. The content is the real deal.
Exactly.
So if I go and pick up a bottle of, let's say, mayonnaise right now, mayonnaise is not the brand, it's the other one that's the brand. So mayonnaise, and then I am all over mayonnaise, because I just have the empty can. And I want, it's time for me to, mix my bread or whatever it is, and there's no mayonnaise inside. So what am I left with? Nothing. So the name is just the label on the product. Is what you carry that now gives energy to the name that you have. If somebody else carries Otedola name, I'm sure Yoruba people must have named their children Otedola, and the Otedola is not Otedola. Nobody will call that Otedola because the person has not carried we carry the name. The name does not carry us. So the emphasis on you drop name today, you change name today, you are bringing us down. What exactly are we measuring? Why? And you see what I noticed there? Nigerians are classist too. Hey, Nigerians and status. That's why people can borrow to show other people what they don't have because they want to place themselves in a certain way.
Exactly.
Why are we measuring when it comes to matters of the heart. Who gave us the ruler to say this one married up and this one married down? It's matters of the heart. That boy may also have just 5 naira in his account, and the lady is in love, and she gets into that marriage, she blooms the marriage, and then he starts making serious money. You will say he married down. At that point, how do we now define the marriage?
Exactly. Would we want for him to take up her name instead? Have you seen that? Have you heard of that? I know of some people, especially abroad, that take up their wives' names. Usually they hyphenate it, but they take their wives' names to show some sort of equality, to say, I understand your name, I understand the clout your name brings, but here I am, I'm joining you. Nigerian men, would you do that? But that's all we can take on this topic. Thank you, ladies, for that. Let's go on a short break and we'll be right back.
Anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversation. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Bobo.
For this
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be what's up Nigeria. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
Compound to a holla. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifabi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
I can't have back and forth with people like you. I don't speak to people who have low IQ with me.
This week on Reality Check, we bring you Showmax Married at First Sight Mzansi Season 2.
I do.
Married at First Sight Mzansi is back. 8 brave singles will say goodbye to Umjolo and hello future spouse.
I'm about to get married to a stranger.
I stand before you as a man who promises to love you.
And much more from the stable of the Big Brother Naija show.
Nobody's talking about your body. Nobody has talked about
Here comes Big Man Jazzy. Original producer.
But first, let's bring on our panel of commentators.
Let me tell you the problem when a man hits 40 and is not married yet, sort of.
Or doesn't have anyone.
Because when you meet a lady and you're 40, she asks you, have you been married before? If you say no,
hey.
She says, do you have any kids? If you say no, there's a problem.
What's the problem?
Because nobody has tried that. Nobody has tried that, tested you.
I was not ready. The same way, the same way you are worried for a lady who is 35, 39, and she's not married. It's the same way you are worried for you.
This is where the conversation comes.
Wager and some of the tasks. What do you think about it?
Rubbish.
I felt I was going to say that. I was going to say like, what? I've always used that same masquerade. That's not bad. Who was that masquerade?
Michael Jackson. They didn't win their wager for this week.
Even if you want to.
Because
if this cannot be even Nollywood. This is 1996 Nollywood.
This is Nolly rubber.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Maya Angelou was a civil rights activist, poet, and award-winning author known for her acclaimed 1969 memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and her numerous poetry and essay collections. Angelou was born on April 4, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri. Angelou had a difficult childhood. Her parents split up when she was very young. Around the 1960s, Angelou lived in Ghana working as an editor and a freelance writer. Angelou also held a position at the University of Ghana for a time before she joined a community of revolutionist returnees exploring Pan-Africanism and became close with human rights activist and black nationalist leader Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. In 1961, Angelou appeared in an off-Broadway production of Jean Gennett's The Blacks with James L. Jones, Lou Gossett Jr. and Cicely Tyson, and went on to earn a Tony Award nomination for her role in the play Look Away in 1973 and an Emmy Award nomination for her work on the television miniseries Roots 1977, among other honors. Angelou's career has seen numerous accolades, including the Chicago International Film Festival's 1998 Audience Choice Award and a nod from the Acapulco Black Film Festival in 1999 for Down in the Delta. She published 7 autobiographies, 3 books of essays, several books of poetry, and is credited with a list of plays, movies, more than 50 honorary degrees, and television shows spanning over 50 years. She also won 2 NAACP Image Awards in the Outstanding Literary Work Non-Fiction category for her 2000.
Thank you for staying with us. So last week, the Federal Ministry of Education unveiled a sweeping new national curriculum for basic, senior, secondary, and technical schools developed with the Nigerian Educational Research and Development Council, Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, National Senior Secondary Education Commission, and the National Board for Technical Education, NBTE. The most notable changes include a significant reduction in the number of subjects across all levels. Primary 1 to 3 now has 9 to 10 subjects. Primary 4 to 6 has 10 to 12. Junior secondary is reduced to 12 to 14. Senior secondary to 8 to 9, while technical schools will run with 9 to 11 subjects. In addition, 15 new vocational trades such as plumbing, garment making, solar installation, agriculture, digital literacy, robotics, beekeeping, and CCTV installation have been added to the basic education curriculum to boost employability. At the secondary school level, new subjects such as journalism, programming, artificial intelligence, that's AI, robotics, and fact-checking have also been introduced to align Nigeria's education with global trends and 21st century realities. The government describes this as a bold step towards reducing overload, strengthening technical skills, and making education more relevant. And joining us to have this conversation via Zoom to discuss the intended impact of this curriculum is Chief Yomi Otubela. He's the President, National Association of Proprietors of Private School. And also joining us via Zoom is Professor Funsho Olatunde, an experienced and dedicated teacher, trainer, and curriculum consultant, member of the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, and member of the Curriculum Organization of Nigeria. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. And also for our viewers to be able to join the conversation, please remember to call us on 020-163-52013 or 0902-416-3440. And you can also tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. Welcome again, Chief Otubela and Professor Olatunde.
Thank you very much.
My first question will go to the professor. But first of all, for me, on paper, it reads wonderfully to me. I feel that we're finally catching up with the times, especially when it says that we've introduced vocational skills that will bring us, that will make whatever it is that we learn in school relevant to our everyday, life. We have issues where students who have read different sorts of subjects leave school and somehow can't find jobs because what they studied is not in keeping with the current realities. But I would like to find out from the professor, that's Professor Olatunde, if you think, within this new policy that it strikes the right balance between academic rigor, vocational skills, and that this policy strikes the right balance. People may think it's an overload, it's too much. Or do you think this is just the right balance, the number of skills, vocational skills that have been introduced and the number of subjects that have been reduced?
Thank you very much for that question. If I think in all sincerity that we are striking the right balance, from my knowledge of the field, I will say on paper it seems so until you take a closer look at the details of the curriculum as presented. For example, at the junior secondary level and the senior level, you have agriculture, and then in there with trade subjects, you have livestock farming. And I mean, the question would be, what will you be doing in livestock farming that you cannot do in agriculture? So to your question, the answer is that on paper, we have made an effort. That's how I will put it for now. We have made an effort looking at what is happening globally. And of course, our peculiarity too has been taken into consideration. Remember that in recent times, we had to import tradesmen from neighboring countries. So on paper, yes, we are trying to address an issue of overload. But I'm also asking myself, when you look at all the trade subjects listed, along the other subjects, you will begin to ask, is it within the space of the 8 periods, for example, in the secondary school system? I mean, you have 8 periods in a day, and that has not been adjusted. So yes, we may have removed some subjects, but these trade subjects, I have serious questions concerning how, at the end of the day, we are going to be helping our learners to manage work overload.
So
it's simply put, on paper we have we have attempted to strike a balance. But when it comes to the real implementation,
that's where the
I am not sure yet.
Okay, so Chief Otubela, I would like to know, because I know that vocational studies have a different approach to it as an educationist. And first of all, I want to commend what you people are doing in trying to revamp the curriculum. Is something that we've always preached about, that we need to start raising future-ready learners instead of just people who come out and then they don't have, there's no bearing. They don't know where to fit in. You studied political science, you are working in the bank, you know, there's usually this sort of mismatch because of our curriculum. So I'm happy this is happening. But my question is, looking at vocations, there's a special skill needed to handle the different types of vocation. Are we going to equip the teachers or get real vocational teachers who understand the groundwork, the practicality of those vocations in the schools to come as teachers, whether they are educated or not? Let's take, for instance, if we have to teach something that has to do with maybe children learning how to wire a car or something, and we decide to get a proper mechanic who does this for a living to come in and give the practical aspect, because we've seen situations where we've tried to do a form of vocation, but then we are doing it on paper and we don't have those. We don't have the manpower to handle it. We also do not have the infrastructure. So the children come out, I've learned how to use a computer, but then I've never seen a computer before. I've never seen, I don't know the input and output, I don't know what it means. I've not seen how a software is done and all of that. Are we going to now start focusing on getting the right fit for those vocations to be able to teach the children? Or are we still going to leave it for the teachers? You go and you are doing this, you know, share it across. You are teaching CRK before, but add robotics to it, go and learn online and come and give them something. Is that how we are going to do it?
Thank you so much for having me and for this request for clarification. I must say that it is an important process periodically to review national curriculum, and this is the practice globally. And we must commend the efforts of the policymakers for making an attempt to ensure that we review our national curriculum. And as you have seen it, the process of implementation is to start with this new academic session. And most of the things that are done in this review is just to address the existing curriculum with a view of reducing the load that hitherto has been present there. So the introduction of the trade subject or vocational studies are not new at all in Nigerian curriculum. Prior to now, we have about 36 of the vocational or what we call trade subjects that are in our curriculum. But with this review, we have a maximum of 6 and minimum of 5, and a child is expected to take 1. Also, a school who could not have skilled staff that will take all these 6 subjects might decide to settle with 1 or 2 and do for skill subjects. Among the vocational subjects that are adopted in this current curriculum is the computer software and hardware. Looking for a skill label in this regard is not what is difficult to do, because many of our graduates now have studied computer science and computer engineering, and over time, it is not new to school system that experts has been taking these courses within the school. There's also this issue of GSM, beauty, livestock training and all that. So teachers who are into skill around agriculture, those who are trained for agricultural science, have prerequisite knowledge to take this livestock skill or trade subject. So anywhere we don't have at the moment, we continue to search until we can get someone we can fit in. But there are some among these 6 that are already skill are available. So In education, I must add here that no teacher is expected to take any subject in which he has never been trained for. All teachers will be limited to their area of specialization. So also in this the trade subject of pre-vocational studies. We have something like solar PV installation. There are a lot of engineers who have practical knowledge in Nigeria about solar installation process. And school is expected to contact these people and bring them in and train them with teaching methodology and ethical issues around teaching, so that they can now match both the professionalism and of course the skill together to be able to deliver this subject to the children. So we are not going to overlabor the existing teacher. Rather, we are going to employ more hands to take all these additional pre-vocational studies and trade subjects.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief Otubela. We're now going to go on a short break and we'll be back to continue our conversation.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So Bobo.
Gen Z, it a job for this side.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger? Compound Wahala. Now here we dey settle all the matter. Bro, we right here.
Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam sef and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station wey dey unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Wetin Dey with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So Bobo.
Yes, V, you dey chop for this side.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Compound to a holla.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you right here.
Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
Thank you for staying with us, and we still have Chief Yomi Otubela and Professor Funsho Olatunde with us talking about the new curriculum that's just been introduced. Amaka had a question.
Okay, yes, so my question is to Professor Olatunde. First off, I want to commend the curriculum overhaul because we can't take away the time and effort it has taken for this to come up, right? But then I still have a lot of issues with this new curriculum, in the sense that I believe that time has been given and a team was put together and time was given for this whole curriculum to be rolled out, and it's supposed to start this new semester, right, for the kids. Term. And what I'm hearing and what the feel I'm getting is that said it wasn't the implementation phase and a whole lot of things we're not really put into consideration, because I don't know what the rush is if everything has not been seen through, right, in terms of training for specialized areas. And I want to believe that when a curriculum review is being done, we were trying to look for solutions to local challenges that we have, especially within the school and educational system. Why am I saying this? In Nigeria, how many robots have we built, for example? How many people are professionals in robotics? I would expect that they would have said, okay, which teachers are interested in training robotics in schools? They should come up and then in phases send them for trainings and stuff. Are we putting robotics in the curriculum when it's not something that we are vast in Nigeria because we want to join global trends? It's just not adding up. It just seems like copy and paste and things were just thrown in and not properly implemented and stuff like that. So can you tell us what's going on with that? Because it just seems like you guys have done a lot of work. We commend you for that, but it also seems like a waste of time because we're now still having this conversation of implementation and not having qualified teachers or trainers to see this through.
So, Prof, that was to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Now, the response to that would be that, yes, your line of thought is very correct, and it is usually the Nigerian thing in us many times when you have a new administration, the idea is to come up with something novel, something different from what is being done already. And like you just said, it will seem like copy and paste. There is something we call decolonization in curriculum, meaning that even if you are taking a curriculum from anywhere in the Western world, you have to localize it. Yes, have global trend, but it must have your own flavor as a people in it. And many times I feel we rush into implementation, but I'm guessing that probably for the lower basic, they are going to probably start with basic 1 and not maybe over time they might scale it up gradually, because there are issues with implementation that I don't think has been factored in. You have mentioned teacher training just now. Beyond teacher training, I'm sure there will be some equipment, some tools that should be provided for a takeoff. And if these are not done, or if these are not done with enough sincerity, then there may be a problem. I'm sure the memories of our 6334, the technological aspect, is still fresh with some of us, And you talk about training. Training is essential when you want to begin to implement a curriculum, because there is what we call stakeholders buy-in. And if the teachers you want to even bring to say should volunteer for training, if in the first place they don't feel that the curriculum change is what is needed now, you have not convinced them enough. You are going to have a situation where they would attend to the training lackadaisically, or some may not even attend at all. Some may attend if there are some stipend attached to it and things like that. So teacher training is essential. But remember that we're in a country, God will help us, where we have some lean resources allocated to education. So are we telling ourselves that out of the lean resources that we have, that we're complaining about day and night, is where we're going to be getting tools and equipment, for example, to implement the digital technologies part, or the repairs of computer parts and things like that. So it's a lot. The devil is always in the details. And I don't know why we're like that. We tend to attend to things piecemeal. One would have thought that the best thing to do is, okay, we have this curriculum, how do we go about implementing? Where do we start from? What logic would we present if we want to take the whole chunk at the same time? Why won't we just do a phased implementation over time? And considering the fact that there are issues around those who are stakeholders, especially the last line implementers, the teachers, and the trainers that you would bring. It's a good thing, Chief spoke about getting experts and things like that. But in reality, when you go to school, or in the past we did some studies for Universal Basic Education Commission, and we found that many of the things they had on papers were not existing in schools.
Wow.
So this issue is fundamental.
Thank you, Prof, for that. We have to go on another short break. We'll be right back to continue this conversation. Please stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifebi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Imagine a country with over 320 languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person where they for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So Bobo.
Gen Z, you dey chop for this side.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
bound to a holla. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas.
Okay, so when I saw this, I was super excited, and I want to ask these questions. How fast is this going to start, and how will you ensure that all schools are going to start it as soon as possible? And is the questions, are you going to start? Is it going to be part of WAEC? are they going to write exams, proper exams at the end of the year?
Yeah. This is for Chief Otubella.
I've not heard what you are saying. I just started hearing you. Come back on those questions, please.
Okay, so I said I'm super excited that with this development, I'm just going to take it that you've done all your background checks. And I'm asking that how fast is this going to start? How soon is it going to start? Number two, how are you going to ensure all schools are going to take part in it? And then thirdly, I'm saying, is it going to be part of WAEC, that a question part of WAEC that the students are going to sit for at the end of
this year?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for those questions. Let me start from the last, whether or not it's going to start with WAEC examination. Yes, a curriculum is always going to be texted. However, there is always a space of number of years that those courses will take at minimum before they can be texted. For instance, for those subjects that are reviewed in the senior secondary school, it will start with the current SS1 students that will take such subject for 3 years of academic session. Thereafter, they can be assessed in the examination. Then for those classes who are in JS, it will start with the JS1 students, and gradually we will integrate it as they go on with other classes. The same thing is applicable to students in the primary school. Then in this review, I must also emphasize the fact that there is no much that is different from where we are coming from. All the existing subjects are hitherto be in existence from now. There are only few cases where we have seen subjects that are being merged. For instance, subjects in the senior secondary school, we have a subject like heritage subject, which has merged the existing social studies with history for the senior secondary school to learn under heritage and under civic education. So for those students that will be taking it, they are going to continue from their knowledge, the past knowledge that they have in those subjects, and consolidate it in one subject. Instead of having different subjects teaching similar concepts, the current review had made it easier for us to look at those subjects that are related and merge them together. For instance, the social studies and history are somewhat related because most of the content in social study are equally available in the history as a subject. So that has been merged together. We also have a situation whereby those teachers who are supposed to teach these subjects are going to go through some sort of training. So all schools may not be able, that is the truth on the ground, all schools may not be able to stand immediately this term, but it's expected that schools start putting machinery in place to ensure that they commence. I repeat, all the review is within the existing subjects that are already in existence, and as such, it's not going to be a totally new thing for schools to adjust and get into the federal government directive to implement it. In the three subjects in the senior secondary school category, like I've said, it used to be 36 trade subjects in the past that students can take one from. But now that has been reduced to only 6. Out of these 6, we have about 3 of them that are formally in existence, like the computer hardware and GSM repair had been in existence in the past. So for schools who are doing trade subject or vocational studies in that area before now, can easily continue with that. And if there are content that are just been added, that can also be added. We also have livestock farming and horticulture and crop production. This is existing before in our agricultural sciences in the school, and it is easier for the agri teacher to also adopt to this. I think
so much,
with that, I've been able to attend to the question.
Thank you so much, Chief Otubella and Professor Olatunde, for joining us today. This was, I like that we got the clarification that we've been asking about. Thank you so much again for joining us. Ladies, thank you for a good show. Yes, so thank you for a good show. And our viewers, we're sorry we've come to the end of today's show. See you again tomorrow. Bye for now.
At the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and